myself, pass it down. I'm talking generational wealth. I'm not new to it, I'm true to it. Trailblazing, I ain't new to it, I'm true to it. That's dedication to the team. Living a dream, come profit with me. Made it mean I'm selling that coffee and tea. Grinding just like coffee beans. Living up my community. Now I need more assets and less liabilities. Gonna buy the whole block up, and it's all because of Tava, Turn nothing into something with a mindset of abundance where overflowing, 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 overflowing.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Kenny Lloyd, and I'm the CEO of Tava. Typically, people from my staff, they want to do this big, glorious introduction. And I don't really need that, because, I think the content, what we're going to share with you all this evening is very, 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 it's very important. Tava has been in business now going on 4 years. I left the company I was previously with. I was VP of sales, and I was a multiple seven-figure earner there. My wife and I, we were business partners, and we made a decision. We had an opportunity because I always say that the people that are powerful, they're not the people that like everything that you talk about. They're the people that are quiet in the background. And they're watching you. They think you have value. And they're seeing if you're worthy of entrance into their world, which is a different kind of world. The guy that got me into ownership is one of the most powerful people in my industry, and he's a billionaire. And to have entry into his world is just different. Like his world is completely different from his home and everything. Like it's just. They're like his world is completely different. And I think that the moment that you stop learning, you start dying for real. And I think that everybody deserves to get to enjoy the spice of life. And that's not like I said, I believe that everybody does, but everybody doesn't because there are a few things that preclude people from enjoying it. And one of the things is disbelief. And I believe that you got to believe in something. And I think that if you look at the majority of the people that take massive chances, and when you look at the habits of millionaires and billionaires, man, they're bungee jumping, and you did and they would do it because their belief system is different. Because they believe that when they jump out of that plane, that parachute is going to open. They believe when they jump off of that platform and dive head first 500 feet, they believe that cord is going to hold up and propel them all the way back up, and they're going to be okay. They believe when they hang glide, it's a belief system, and it's like a lack of fear, and my wife and I, we've been extremely blessed. It'll be 4 years in October. We've been in business, which in this industry, most businesses peter out within the first 6 to 7 months. We've been extremely blessed. And in addition to being blessed, we have 3 distinct divisions. We have a travel division, Tava World. We have a health and wellness division called Tava Fit. And then we have TavaVerse. And I will tell you that, my wife and I, we've been very, very blessed financially. And my father always told me, because from the day that I can begin speaking, when people ask me, Kenny, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, a millionaire. And I had no idea how I was going to do it. And because I really had no guidance, my journey was very tough. It really was. I made $1 million, lost it, don't know how in the hell I lost it, but I lost it because I didn't have the right people around me. I didn't have the right knowledge base of what to do with the money. I just didn't, because I never earned it. If you never earned it, you never know. You don't have the knowledge of what to do. And if it's not generational money, and if your parents cannot teach you, because the money game is a game that the vast majority of people like us are precluded from. We're precluded from the ability to play the money game. Like, and when I think about the money that my wife and I earn, I tell my wife, it's low level money, because there are people that go to Vegas and lose it at the roulette table. What we earn a year, they lose it, and they doesn't even, I mean, they don't even flinch, and that's just real talk. But TavaVerse for me, and I want to talk a little bit about TavaVerse. I think that it is the most significant body of work that I've ever taken on, for real. And if my time was up tomorrow, which I pray that is not God, just know I'm not ready. But if it was, I would be very pleased with the direction that we're going on, because a lot of people don't know, and I don't share it with everybody, but I'm gonna share it tonight because it's significant to what I want to talk about. Like, my father was the first African American to play in the NBA, the very first black person to play in the National Basketball Association in the game. He was a head coach, and he's in the Hall of Fame. He was the first, and he taught me a lot, but he taught me as much as he knew. Like, my father had an opportunity back in 1972 to buy three McDonald's for like $600,000. Three McDonald's. He passed because, you know what? People are sometimes afraid to stretch, you know, when they have no guidance. See, if he had the right guidance, somebody that was black, somebody that was African American, and it's not just about us, but I'm speaking on this tonight, and that would guided him of the simplicity of the acquisition and structuring it, how to structure yourself to make it happen. Man, I can't even imagine where we would be right now. I mean, we would have had generational wealth, but we didn't. We lived very good. We were upper middle class, and I had a very good life. But you know what? My job, with everything they did for me, my job was to one up them. And I feel I have one up them. And I should have one up them. And I think that everybody has a responsibility to one up your parents. One up, because my parents made a lot of sacrifices for me and my brother. Like where I am, I was obligated to become what I've become and where I am. But still, it's still not far enough, because as accomplished as I am, man, I still am learning how to play the money game. And the only reason I'm learning is because of this exclusive group of people that have comprised this network that we have. Like we have like, and I feel so good about it because it's about financial literacy. And Lord knows, in our communities, man, we are so financially literate. I don't care. You people are making 400, 500,000. Man, we are just financially literate because we have never been taught the game. They don't teach the secrets or the codes to get a yes, from the banks. They don't. I mean, like, even with the credit, we think because we get an 800 credit score that we can get whatever we want, and you can't, because, man, you could have an 800 score with 2 trade lines, 3 trade lines, and not be able to get anything. Like, the money game is just so different. Even with refinancing your house, they teach you that you buy a house, it's your house. It's not your house. Even if you pay it off, you still pay taxes. But there are different things that you can do. There's certain, and I can't, some of the stuff I can't even disclose right now because it's just so deep. I really believe that if once our membership expands to a certain number, and I suspect that in the next 90 days that we'll probably be at about 8,000 people in our community, because we are exponentially growing because the messaging is so strong. I mean, and things that are being taught. I think people are always down on what they're not up on. It's a little different, because it's about belief, right? And being a part of. But you must admit, when I talk to people about what we're doing, which, man, I'm so elated and so passionate about it. Like, even my children, I learned from a guy a long time ago, my financial advisor, that I pay my children each $3,000 a month. Why do I do that? Because, if I give them money out of my pocket, hand from my pocket to their hands, I can't write that money off. But I can write the $3,000 off, and I can show them what to do with it. And she, and so like it's like somebody taught me that. It's a write off because when you make a lot of money, you need every write off that you can get. I mean, like either you give it to Uncle Sam or you write it off. Well, in our community, we have people that have mastered the money game. And when I say mastered, they know the rules and they know the loopholes. So we have people that are teaching people the rules and the loopholes. We have people that are teaching people the power of hard assets, which is the acquisition of real estate, whether it be, primary or investment. Because like right now with our economy, I don't know, man, if you all are woke, man, if you all are paying attention, but I am telling you, there are 5 super countries, mega countries that are coming together, including Nigeria, Africa, and Russia and China. They are trying to make sure that our currency is no longer the world currency. They're trying to diminish the value of our dollar. And when that happens, man, I mean, we become almost like a third world country. And it is so uncertain because if you all pay attention, there's a lot of stuff going on around us. And so what economists are saying is that with the uncertainty, like look at what's happening with the banks. People going to the banks, there's no money. In my bank, I bank in several. One of them around the block is a Chase. They're talking about they're not open because they got electrical problems. Come on now. That's some BS. And anyway, the point is, if you have money, if you have a lot of money, they're saying that, if you want to put your money in a safe place, which the bank is not, because the FDIC only insures up to $250,000. If you have more than that in a bank, and it goes bad, sorry, Charlie, you are severely damaged. It's because you don't know. So you don't know what to do. So they're saying you should take your money and invest it into hard assets, real estate or minerals, silver or gold, because it maintains its value there. And that makes sense to me. So given that, we are teaching people that have money, because everybody that has money doesn't understand the money game. We're teaching people how to protect their assets, but we are also teaching people how to structure themselves. We have consultants, we have people that are educated, we have educators that are teaching people the basics about business and how business really works and how to position yourself based on what your plan is. See, that's the biggest mistake most of us make, is that we don't have definitive plans, because when you have a definitive plan, then every move you make financially, credit-wise, if you have a credit consultant and they're working on your credit, if you make money move, every move, it's just like for a young kid that is in a family that's a political family. He has aspirations to run for governor one day, or maybe even, Congress, or maybe even a president. But when they know that, every move they make is very deliberate and is very strategic to position them to achieve what they want. Same thing with money. If you have to know with your credit, with everything, because you have to have a sure shot plan of what you really want to do. And everything you do, the structure, your credit, preparing yourself, dressing yourself up, your DT, there's so much involved. But what we do is prepare you based on what you want to do. We structure you, and then we know the criterias of the people, because we have funding sources. But I'm not going to get into that, because I have somebody else I'm going to talk about that. But I'm going to ask you this question, and then I'm going to pass this over. You got to ask yourself, would you understand the value? Would it make sense to you to become a part of an exclusive group that spans across the country of affluent people that are very accomplished, attorneys, physicians, we have people that own Popeyes, we have people that own Subway, very accomplished power brokers. I'm talking about we have people that own banks. We have a very accomplished network of people that become a community. And our goal, and these people are people that make it happen. I'm not talking about people that just teach you skirt across somebody and need real estate and you got to have this court. Well, now what they do, we dress you up for the party because every lending institution has what we call a dress code, which is criteria. They have a criteria for doing business with you, because they are determined to say no to a lot of people, a big demographic of people. And this is why they don't teach us how to dress ourselves up and meet the dress code when we go to the bank. But us, you become a part of our community, and we know the dress code, for the various lending institutions. We know their dress code, and we're going to dress you up, walk you to a door, open that door, and when you walk to that door, you will have met the criteria. Now, I will tell you, is anything 100%? I have to say it, because of for legal reasons. Nothing is 100%, right? Because a lot of times I have seen it. I used to be in the mortgage business. I have seen people get approved for a loan, get a clear to close, and in between the time that they get a clear to close and they go close, they go do something stupid like go buy a car. Throws their whole DTI off, right? So I'm saying that and blow the whole deal up. They make a mistake or something pops up on the credit that wasn't there. Because when you close, they pull your credit, they pull your report again before you get it clear. So all I'm saying is that we look at your credit, we develop it, we know where the gotchas are, so we know how to prepare you to cross that finish line a winner. All right. So, but having said that, so you have to ask yourself, would it make sense for you to be a part of a community like that, a part of a network like that? Because you see the benefit of that. And I pray that the people on here, the answer would be yes, because if it's no, this might not be the community for you. And I say that from the standpoint, because if you really understand what we're doing and what it costs, what it costs to get started, you will see that this is more philanthropic than anything, because it is about a mission to share information, to enhance our financial IQs and teach you how to play on a level playing field with people that are privy to the information that you're not. Okay? So having said that, I hope that, I've said something that makes sense for real, like about the membership, about, us being privy to certain information and not, because in these economic times, all we have is us. And I'm telling you now, all we have now, we're in phase 2 of the recession. Phase 3 is going to be devastating to a lot of people. I think this is a time where we have to come together, lock arms, and put our shields up and take control where we can take control. There are a lot of things that we cannot control, but the things we can control, we just have to weather the storm and manage. But what we can control, we have to master. Master individually, master collectively, master as a people. And that's what we're talking about doing. So I hope you see the power in it. I think this next lady is going to be representative of the power. She's going to be an example of the power of what we're doing and what makes this powerful. It is the people that are involved that makes this thing powerful. It is the capability, the doors that we open with our connections, and as we just have to make it powerful. And she is a classic example because I've learned things from her that I did not know. And so it gives me great pleasure to bring to the screen. And she's going to take it on home and close y'all out. Gives me great pleasure to bring on Brianna Anderson. Brianna, are you there?
Yes, I am here, Mr. Kenny. How are you?
Girl, listen, you know what? I am good. I just, every time we do this, I think we're a good 1-2 punch team. I pray that people get it. And if they don't get it, I pray that they get back with the person that invited them and ask them some questions,
Yes.
And because I want to take a baseball bat and beat it into the head because this is so important for us. So, but having said that, I'm going to give it to you and let you share your gift because you are surely one of the most gifted people that I've met. Okay.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank you too, Mr. Kenny, for paving the way, guys. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's business overview. My name is Brianna Anderson. I'm one of the credit educators here at TavaVerse community, and I'm excited. Everything Mr. Kenny Lloyd has said when he opened tonight's call, was absolutely true. What we're building over here in TavaVerse and what him and shout out to Mrs. Shante Lloyd, what they have pioneered with Dr. Jewel Tanker, our very own visionary. here at TavaVerse is something that we have not seen before. And, you know, I love to hear when he does the introduction and he talks about TavaVerse, because it's really giving us the vision of where we're about to go. You know, I want you to just ask yourself right now, I want you to tag and invite about 3 or 4 people that absolutely are not a part of TavaVerse. They're not, you know, in the Tava community. I want you to tag and invite about 3 people tonight, because one of the things I'm going to ask you guys is how many of you know people in your immediate circle, people in your cell phone, your social media, your contact list? You know, how many people do you know that are suffering from bad credit? You know, how many people do you know are tired of hearing that word no? You know, I know a lot of people. I know some people, you know, that they say if they had the money, if they had the capital, if they had the connections, you know, if they had the lending, if they had the marketing, if they had the strategies, you know, their life will be so much better. And I'm here to tell you guys on tonight, that's what TavaVerse is all about. See, I took a moment this morning to take a look at you know, a lot of the things that's already happened in TavaVerse. You know, a lot of the results that we're already seeing that would take normally a company, you know, over a year to see the level of results we're seeing. This wealth building community, this hard asset education educational community is going to be one of the communities that people absolutely are going to pray. They're going to pray and say, I hope they had another chance. See, one of the things I'm noticing about people, guys, is we have to have a real conversation with ourselves. We need to ask ourselves, you know what? Are we properly in position to become the bank? You know, are we properly in the position to write our own checks? You know, do we have real estate acquired to leave over for generations? You know, we had a lady who posted a testimony yesterday. She was on a call Monday night, okay? Learned a strategy from one of our experts. Shout out to Candace, our mortgage expert. You know, she taught a strategy Monday night, and the lady woke up the next morning on Tuesday morning and went and bought a property, you know, a tax property. She had to get the steps. She had to know the right language. She had to be dressed up, as Mr. Kenny Lloyd would say. And so how many people watching me tonight, you're tired of having or being in a circle that you don't have any wins? See, what I love about the TavaVerse community is this. It's not a lot of big I's and little U's. You know, I love what Mr. Kenny Lloyd said. He's a multi-millionaire, 7-8-figure earner, but at the same time, he's learning in this educational platform. And so what's happening is we're building a community, you know, of financial winners. We are building a community to take away everything that has been stopping people financially from thriving. See, I saw a post the other day that said, you know, when you're in business, you know, when you have control financially over your life, when you have more income than you have debt, when you have multiple streams of income, when you're financially, you know, literally, like when you have the knowledge and the expertise and you are ahead of the future, you know, you're a tool. You know, it's a tool for you, you know. But I read another post that said, but when you don't, you become a tool for the world. And a lot of us, we are tools to poverty, right? We're tools to lack. We're tools to debt. You know, so many people right now are up here with debt, student loan debt for a degree that they never even utilize. And so not only is TavaVerse giving us a platform, giving us an educational platform with industry experts, people who are at the top of their game. Listen to me, I'm just a credit educator. We have experts who are at the top of their game as well in other industries such as taxes, grants, marketing, real estate, trust. You know, when I tell you guys, it's something that I've never seen before. And I want to encourage each and every one of you guys who are watching me on tonight. I want you to ask yourself, how financially invested are you into your future? You know, what type of platform, what type of educational financially are you invested in on a monthly basis? You know, what are you, besides YouTube Free University? I'm not knocking YouTube. Come on. But there's nothing like having one-on-one access to industry experts that you got a chance to ask questions, where they're holding your hand, you know, from, you know, a whole bunch of debt to how to come out of debt, to how to go into new income, how to get into passive income, to how to have overflow. See, I don't know a company like TavaVerse that's doing that right now. So in this wealth educational platform, this hard asset educational platform, We are providing you the circle of experts, circle of value. You know, I had a man tell me this morning, he was like, Brianna, I'm so excited about the value. He said, I love the education. He said, but the community is just so valuable. He said, the people I'm connecting with, the one-on-one, and it's just so valuable. Connect because of value. Not only what you can get, but what you can add. See, that's the community you need. Right? It's no longer about me. It's about we. It's no longer how successful are you? How successful are those around you? Right? And so I'm excited, guys. You know, when Dr. Jewel Taker came to me about this opportunity, she said, Brianna, this is going to be something that I've never seen before. Even being a multiple 7-figure earner in the area of crypto and real estate, she said, this is something that I've never seen before. It's going to be big. And I bought into the vision. Hear me. I bought immediately into the vision, right? The Bible said you'll know a tree by its fruit. I bought into the vision. And many of you guys who know Mr. Kenny Lloyd, you know Mr. Shantae Lloyd, you know Dr. Jewel Taker, right? You may not really know me right now, but you're going to know who I am, because I'm going to show you how to take your credit and turn that into wealth. I'm going to show you how to use the power of credit to leverage OPM, other people's money, right? What would take a normal person 3 to 6 years, I'm going to show you how to properly structure that credit report, properly build that business credit profile where your business now becomes bankable, and you can go to any bank in the USA and use them as an investor. Somebody say buy into the vision. And so if somebody invited you to this call tonight, I want you to get back to them. I want you to give them a huge thank you and tell them thank you for, you really care about me. Because I'm telling people right now every day on my phone, listen, if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't even be calling you about this opportunity, because this is an opportunity that I don't have to beg, right? You should want to be financially free. You should want to learn how to tap into one of the highest earning incoming industries like real estate there is. Like, you should want to learn how to tune into every Tuesday night and how to come out of a 500, 600 credit score. You should learn how to live and think like the 1%ers do when it comes to using OPM, other people's money, to build generational wealth. You should want that. And so buy into the vision tonight. We're elevating our financial IQ. We're learning how to systemize our businesses. We're learning the proper marketing strategies. We're learning how to properly set up our trust. We're learning how to properly position our children, our teens. We're learning how to properly become an institution. That's what we're doing in TavaVerse. And guess what? We're just getting started. So I'm excited, guys. Listen to me. Get back to the person that invited you to this call. Let them know I want to buy into this vision. Listen, I've never seen a community of this much value for the price that it is right now. Period. I've never seen it before. You're not going to find another platform where 5 nights of the week you can log in and get live expert education from industry experts with one-on-one Q&A, full back office with replays available, right? We got partners. We got partners that you can connect with to do the work for you, to accelerate your goals. I've never seen a community like this, and I am so happy that we're just getting started, right? So listen, guys, my name is Brianna Anderson again. I look forward to seeing you every Tuesday night on my credit sessions, because I just truly believe that one way to increase your financial IQ, to change how you see money, is to really take a hold of your credit and really use your credit to leverage the bank's money, to build money. It is time. We are expanding this community. This community is not going to be for everybody, because everybody is not going to understand the power of it. Everybody, some people are just used to praying that it happens. But this is a community that's already making things happen, right? I'm trying to look at the comments. You're welcome. This is a community that's already making things happen. So ask yourself, guys, before I end tonight's call, what side are you going to be on? What side are you going to be on? Listen to me. It's only $149 a month. What side are you going to be on? How invested are you, Gretel, in your future? How invested, Beauty, Tequila, are you in your future? Come on. How serious are you about your financial goals, right? And it's time to get in position. Listen, always remain a student. Always understand this as something that you don't know, but the thing that you don't know is going to be the thing that take you to the next level. I love you guys so much. Shouts out to Mr. Kenny Lloyd, Dr. Jewel Tanker. Thank you guys so much for this phenomenal platform, TavaVerse, Tava community. We're going higher. I'll see you guys next time.
Overflowing, 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 overflowing. Glow up, but I don't do it for myself. Pass it down, I'm talking generational wealth. I'm not new to it, I'm true to it. Trailblazing, I ain't new to it, I'm true to it. That's dedication to the team, living a dream. Come profit with me, made it mean I'm selling that coffee and tea. Grinding till like coffee beans, living in my community. Now I need more assets and less liabilities. Gonna buy the whole block up, and it's all because of Tava, yeah. Turn nothing into something with a mindset of abundance where